So I noticed a trend. It's humid here, so my hair's, yeah, I was in church. My eyeliner's messed up. Anyway, I noticed a trend with people who've really never left their zip code, which is not shade on that in itself. But sometimes we people who have lived in different zip codes have to make TikTok videos or YouTube videos to gently remind the universe that, I'll put it like this. I'm someone who, if you're related to me and you're in my area, you can stay at my house. You don't have to use a hotel. As long as I have room and there's not 11 people here from like an event or something. I had a party once and people I'd normally say could stay, they couldn't because I had 11 people at the party. So some of them had to go to a hotel. But you get my point. Do you know why that is? I think it started when I went away to school, 6 hours from my home at the time. And, I lived in a dorm and then had housing off campus. But I was like, oh, it'd be nice if I had room for like my parents to crash in my then apartment, which I never really materialized for long. But I knew kind of then. And then when my former husband was stationed in Hawaii, we're from the East Coast. He's from New Jersey. I was from Pennsylvania. But he would say to people in the family, and I agreed with him, if you guys want to do a vacation to Hawaii, come now, because we're stationed here, or he's stationed there. You can stay at our then place free of charge. And he said that before I got there. I joined him later. And yes, we divorced, but that's something I agree with that he said. Because we knew too many family members who were like, oh, don't, you can't stay there or whatever the case may be. And everybody doesn't have hotel money or you shouldn't have to spend it. So as an older person, I actually appreciated when my daughter and her husband, for example, live in a different place and different from me, different zip code, and as well as my son, his wife, and my youngest son in another state. Son in the military, I don't really expect this because he's been in roommate situations. He's a landlord now, but has someone living where he is that they pay rent. So I don't expect that when people are kind of in transition or up and coming. Son and his wife have allowed me to stay there in their apartment in Delaware when I go see my mom. My daughter and son-in-law live in Hampton Roads, and they make sure, my daughter especially, make sure there's space and towels and stuff if I'm in the area. But I've noticed that, and for me, I don't care, and I've lived in apartments, I've lived in houses. If you're my friend or family, you can stay. And I don't go out of my way if it's like short notice or no notice, just you can stay. I don't care. I have a heart like that. But I've noticed that we have like family members who are established, like super adults, like what I am, like over 50. And they don't really think about this until you point it out. No shade to them. And by the way, for anyone looking at this video, if you think I'm about to talk about you, I know 11 people. So I'm not talking to one person. But maybe situations where maybe they have an extra room and they don't think to offer for you. Or they, have someone in their house who, if you're in town, they can, hey, sleep over here so Andy can stay here for the weekend or whatever. So I'm trying to make a nice video, but it actually gets on my nerves that when I travel, I pretty much have to get a hotel. But when people are in my area, they can stay. And the only people who seem to get that are people who, my friends and family who actually have lived outside the zip codes, or they have traveled for work or whatever a lot of their adult life. So that's one of my TikTok videos. Okay, bye. Oh, check out my Westchester East High School t-shirt. Westchester, PA. Go Vikings.